everybody, what is up? Welcome to episode number 2 of Mcool123 News. Now, if you haven't seen the first episode, I recommend that you check the link in the description down below, which will link you to a playlist with all of the Mcool123 News videos. Now, with that in mind, let's just hop right into story number 1. Okay. Is this on? I never know when this is on. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, topic of discussion number 1. The NBA Finals were last night. The LA Lakers versus the Miami Heat. The winners were the Los Angeles Lakers. That's right, they won for their 17th championship, having LeBron James as their 4th-time champion and MVP. So congrats to the Los Angeles Lakers. It was an awesome game last night between Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, all of that. And it was phenomenal. So good job. Now on to our next story. Alright, so in last week's episode, we were talking about Coney Barrett and how her confirmation hearings began earlier today, on Monday, October 12th. So that is happening. There are questions on if it'll actually get done before the election. The Republicans want that to happen, but the Democrats do not. The Democrats want Joe Biden to get elected and then have Joe Biden decide who will become the Supreme Court justice. But no one knows for sure, but as of now, it seems like everything is still progressing with the Republican Senate, because the Senate confirmation hearings began today. Story 3 of 5. Virtual debate? There's no debate. There was a whole speculation on Thursday. The Commission on Presidential Debates announced that there was going to be a virtual debate due to the fact that we talked about last week. President Donald Trump tested positive for COVID-19. Donald Trump then went on Fox News and said this: I am not going to waste my time on a virtual debate. That's not what debating is all about. You sit behind a computer and do a debate. It's ridiculous, and then they can cut you off whenever they want. So he refused to do a presidential virtual debate, while Joe Biden's campaign said yes to it. President Trump's campaign did not. So then there was a whole speculation because the moderator, Steve Scully, was supposed to be the moderator for the second debate, but there was a controversial tweet between him and former White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci. So at this point, there's just no debate going on, and the next debate will be on October 22nd. So we'll talk about that not in next week's episode, but the following episode after that. Yeah. Now let's go on to topic of discussion number 4. Topic of discussion number 4 is literally the best. Cannot wait to talk about this. The vice presidential debate was Wednesday, October 7th, between California Senator and Attorney, pretty much everything, Kamala Harris versus current incumbent Vice President Michael Pence. So, during the debate, Susan Page moderated the debate, and it was insane. There was lying that went on. There was from both sides. So, there was avoiding questions on both sides. There was just incorrect facts from both sides. But the best part, and has been trending on Twitter and all social media platforms, has been Mike Pence's fly. Mike Pence had a fly on his head during the debate. it just somehow magically, randomly just fell on top of his head. It is pictured to your right. That is actually Mike Pence. During the debate, he didn't notice. Kamala Harris and Susan Page did. Mike Pence did not, and no one was going to stop him. So they just continued the debate as if nothing happened. And then, of course, like I said last week, I would show you how SNL did it. SNL had Maya Rudolph as Kamala Harris and SNL cast player member Beck Bennett as Mike Pence. And so they, of course, mocked that fly, picture to the left. And SNL made a joke saying that the fly was Joe Biden. As you see, Joe Biden was played by Jim Carrey. And it was just a fantastic, lighthearted, funny moment because with everything that's going on in this crazy world, it was funny just to see a fly land on Mike Pence's head. Yeah, that was funny. And speaking of presidential debates and presidents and elections and all of that, let's go on to our fifth and final topic for tonight. So, my closing statement for you today is to please vote. Vote in this year's 2020 presidential election if you can. You can learn about all the voting information that you need for your state, whether it be registration deadlines, although I think most of them closed already, or I think they're starting to close. You can also learn when your absentee ballots need to be due, how to fill out a form. And in order to do that, you need to go to either one of these websites. Go to betterknowaballot.com or iwillvote.com. Better Know a Ballot is with conjunction with The Late Show or A Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and I Will Vote is just a generic. Let's vote together. Let's make this election count. This is the most important election in presidential history, so if you can vote, please, please, please vote. And that's pretty much all I need to say. So yeah, let's go to our closing slide. So actually, before we go to our closing slide, this is just a little bit of a recap of what we spoke about in today's episode. We spoke about the NBA Finals and a huge congratulations to LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. We also talked about Coney Barrett's confirmation hearings started today. And it seems like they're going to progress forward and get it done before the election, even though that is not what the Democrats want. And then we also talked about how there was going to be a virtual debate, but President Trump had an objection to that. So now there is no debate. And then we also talked about the vice presidential debate between Michael Pence and Kamala Harris. And that's how it ended up. It was a great debate, funny debate, with the fly and everything. And then topic of discussion number 5. Please vote betterknowaballot.com or iwillvote.com. Make your voice heard. Alright, this is a crucial time in our history. And make sure that you, as an American citizen, if you are an American citizen, by the way, some of you that watch my videos aren't, and that's okay. But if you are an American citizen, make the time, if you are eligible, to vote. And that is officially a wrap on episode number 2 of Mcool123 News. I hope to see you all next week. There may not be a show, but if there is, I will let you know. If there is a show, you will find out, or if there's not a show, you'll find out on the Remind. If you haven't joined the Remind, it is remind.com/mcoolnews, I believe. So, anyways, you'll stay informed on that and you'll know if there's going to be a show next week or not. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you all next week. See you next week. Thank you.